Welcome, or welcome back, depending on who you are, to the Collector's Set. In this video, we are taking a look at a recent offering from Max Factory from their Figma line. This is Chin. This is a character from the game Arknights, which I admittedly know nothing about. I picked this figure up solely based on the design of the character. Often, character designs from Eastern media don't really work for me. They can be overly busy and look a little bit slapdash. But Chin here has just the right amount of asymmetry, a color scheme that works well, and lots of small, fun details. This is a good looking action figure. As I've stated, I really like the overall design here, minus a couple of things, and we may as well get those out of the way. I am not a fan of the horn and tail. I don't know what the character's background is meant to be, but from a perspective outside of the game, I kind of wish this was just a regular human. The demon or animal bits aren't so offensive to me to cancel out all the appealing aspects of the design. I personally feel the horn and tails stuff is a bit overrepresented in Eastern properties. And there is a bit of silliness with the short shorts and shirt unbuttoned to show her belly. It's not too distracting or over the top, but touches like these always seem at odds with a character that one would assume is ready to fight at any moment. Moving past all that, I find everything else to be pretty great. I love the look of the jacket, all the other touches just add to the charm. The ID badge is honestly what sold me on this figure. It's such a great detail, and they didn't just do it halfway. A photo and the character's name are easily readable. I absolutely love it. Other items like her walkie and sword scabbard are nicely detailed. The sculpting for this figure is fantastic. I like touches like the chin guards and the water bottle. The paint all around is well applied. There are a couple of flaws worth noting. On the back of the right leg, there's stray paint. Since it's in the middle of a wide swath of bare leg, it's pretty noticeable. It's still on the back of the figure, so it will be hidden in most poses. Far worse are the bits of stray paint on the faces. The angry face in particular has a glaring bit on the cheek and another in the roof of the mouth. Faces are some of the worst places to have paint mistakes. I will definitely have to make a careful effort to remove these. We'll take a look at the accessories next. We already got a look at a couple of the face plates. There are 4 in total. A smiling face, a serious face giving some side eye, an angry or yelling face, and a kind of neutral, placid expression. These all look great, but I feel they could have replaced that placid face with maybe a stern, non-yelling face or a laughing portrait. I feel that that placid face sits kind of right in the middle of the smiling and the serious face, and it just makes them all seem a bit too similar. And of course she has plenty of hands, starting with a pair with fingers splayed. The rest are here on the handy figma rack. I love that they do this. It keeps the parts from getting lost, while also ensuring the peg holes are properly stretched to easily fit on the wrist pegs. More companies should copy this. We have fist, gripping hands, and saluting or signaling hands. These are great choices for the action poses you will likely be putting this figure in. Chin is a sword fighter, thus she has a couple of serious looking blades. They are stored in a scabbard and a holder of some sort, which leaves that blade exposed. It honestly seems like a dangerous way to carry a sword around. It does make the blades cross behind her, which does look cool. The swords are nicely detailed and look sharp. The hilts have cool stylized designs, and they're made of a plastic that has the right amount of flexibility. Though they look identical, they are slightly different, and each blade will only fit into the specific holder for it. Chin's accessories seem to be appropriate for as much as I can tell. I'm satisfied with what's included here. Let's get into the articulation. If you own any other Figma, you have an idea of what to expect. And fortunately, what that expectation is of smooth moving joints that hold poses well. You've got movement where you expect it, with good range throughout. There are also 3 articulation points in the tail. Getting the figure into dynamic action poses or expressive neutral poses is easy to achieve. Here now are some size comparisons, the highlight of any action figure review. First, we have our go-to guy, the V-Toys Zero Body. Next is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man. A fellow Figma here in Major Makoto Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, standalone complex. I assume that the figures in this line are generally in scale with each other. That would make the Major a fairly small individual. A fellow Figma blade wielder in Kill la Kill's Ryoko Matoi. Ryoko is about the same size as Chin. Next is the Mafex Gwynpol from Medicom Toy, also sporting a pair of swords. And finally, the Damn Toys Red Yashaman, brandishing dual blades of his own. To sum things up, I am more than happy with this figure. It looks great with all these awesome details. It has all the quality you'd expect from a Max Factory Figma, and this is definitely a great addition to the shelves.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting toy videos.